I'm in the early stages of building a survival game in Fortnite Creative, and every week, hopefully, I will be documenting the building process in the form of uploading another episode in this series. The game will include crafting, building, abilities, resource gathering. Basically, it's a pretty big project, and I can't wait to have you along the journey with me. So let's get started. Alrighty, welcome to the survival map. I mean, it's not much right now, but I have a bunch of like tests and stuff over here. I was testing some stuff out with the cube monsters, all the rocks and stuff. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot off camera. Also, welcome to the first episode of this series. I'm gonna try and do these at least like once a week, along with like an update video if there's an update or something else. I don't know. But the goal of this map, you're gonna build a workshop, and using materials with that workshop, you're gonna build a rocket to travel to the moon. On the moon, you can get the special armor that you're going to use to go into the poisonous biome. Here's the map on screen right now. This dark green area is the poisonous biome, and this entire map is my plans. Well, I mean, for the map, it's not that hard to understand. Because that armor is the only armor to go in the poison biome, you're not going to be getting the sunbeam crystals, I think they're called, right? Yeah, sunbeam crystals without the armor, because well, you'll die if you don't go in there without it. And I mean, yeah, it's not really, there's not really a story behind it. It's just some cool progression. I don't know, it sounds pretty awesome. I mean, when you play Minecraft, I mean, there's no story to that. You just kind of go places, so if I start the game, I've already made some mechanics for gathering resources, right? So I can come up to this and gather plants. Look at my inventory. There we go. There's the plants. And yeah, I can just go and pick up all these plants, and they'll disappear using the new prop manipulator device, which is amazing. I love that thing. Now, because I have these all set on timers, they will actually respawn in, I think, 5 minutes. Now, how I'm handling trees in this is you can only really chop down these birch trees because, one, they stand out, they look orange, and they're also white with the stripes on them, so they're pretty easy to spot. Yeah, I don't know why I said one. That's the only reason. I don't know why I said one. But yeah, with things like birch trees, you go up to with your pickaxe, and then you just chop them. And as you can see, I am gaining wood. And these things will also come back as well. I don't think this really hinders performance with all the timers, which is surprising to me, but I really don't think it does. Moving on over here, we have all of the like concept biomes I made. I mean, really, they're not concepts, but they're like mini versions of the biome. So over here, I have a bunch of ore concepts, right? So some of these, I had to get pretty creative because some of these, there's not like rocks that really resemble them. So silver ore is going to be using this part from the crashed abductor gallery or whatever it's called. I don't know, yeah, I think it honestly, I think it looks pretty decent. Also, these little like rare things, 3 per world, I don't know how true that's gonna be, so don't judge based off that. Now we have some of these, we got coal, rough ore, it's gonna be quartz. But this copper ore over here, I use this thing, I think it's from the new sanctuary galleries actually. I use this thing, and honestly, it looks pretty good, it doesn't look half bad. I did the same thing for the sunbeam crystals over here. It looks pretty good. I also added a little bit of glow to them with the light device, and it looks pretty cool. Now over here, the shadow shard crystals, I'm using the black glass gallery, right? They're probably gonna look like this in the map, because I don't know, it looks cooler than just using these. I'm not sure, I'm still not sure. Moving on, we have the crystal caves biome. So this is gonna be one of the cave biomes, obviously. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. We have the light device being used again to make them kind of glow. And these are just from the ice gallery, if you were curious. Now, one thing I'm gonna have is water kind of just like on the ground in some places, because I think it looks pretty good. Over here is the toxic biome. And it has these toxic vents that are shooting out this poisonous gas, and again, you're gonna need that armor to get through here. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's using the new sanctuary galleries. It's pretty cool. But I think the entire map is going to be using those new pieces because they're really good. I love them. Oh yeah, and these swamp trees too. So it's pretty cool. Now I didn't make out the cave variant of this biome, but it's pretty much going to be the same thing, except it's going to have vines instead of trees. So it's going to have like big vines hanging from the ceiling. I don't know, it's going to look pretty cool. And finally, we have the lava caves. Now these are pretty generic, honestly, but we need to save memory here. You know, we need to have some budget cuts, you know? Stalactites and stalagmites, they're going to be hanging from the ceiling and floor, and obviously this lava here. Now all these biomes are going to have specific ores in them. So copper and silver are going to only spawn in the lava biome. The sunbeam crystals are only going to spawn in the underground poisonous area, and coal and rough ore are going to spawn where the crystals are. Who knows, maybe I think the crystals are going to be a kind of mix between all the biomes in terms of how much ore you can find. So it might have more rough ore and coal than all the other ores, but there's still like 1 or 2 pieces of copper in there or something. Then over here we have the normal jungle biome. Haven't really made a normal biome in a while, you know, like one you'd see on Earth, so this is kind of refreshing. And finally, up here, we have the beginnings of the map. So, through this cave, you're going to have your basically main base. Your main base is going to be over here. This kind of empty space is where your rocket's going to be. So, I mean, if you couldn't tell, I kind of have this all figured out. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be really awesome. But one thing I want to finish today is kind of the main terrain around this area, because I like to get something done today. I'm not just going to be rambling the whole time. I'm going to be reading some suggestions you guys made on what I should add to this map, because I did tell you that I'm going to be building it. So I'm going to pull that up right now. StarWorld29 suggested a bunch of stuff to me, and one of the things that they said was to add like a day and night cycle. I don't think I'm going to add a day and night cycle, or at least ones where like monsters come out at night. But one of the things they did suggest was a weather system, and honestly, that sounds pretty cool to me. I think a weather system would be pretty unique. Maybe we could have monsters only drop certain items when it's raining or something. I don't know. It sounds really cool. Another thing they suggested was abilities, and I was actually planning on adding abilities anyway. You know, like abilities with the remote device. So to answer your question, yes, that is going to be coming to the game. Another thing they suggested was a PvP arena, so, you know, like you can fight other players. This map isn't going to be a PvP map. It's not going to be like Rust or any of those games. I'm essentially building an adventure map, you know? Also, that's looking pretty cool. So yeah, and if you guys ever leave suggestions in the comments, please keep that in mind. In order to preserve memory, I am increasing the sizes of some of these pieces, because we don't need to use 3 pieces when we could just use 2, you know? Now, Llama Man suggested that it'd be cool if the map took place on a real planet or moon. Now, honestly, that does sound cool, but that's not really what I'm going for. Maybe I could make another survival map after this that's pretty awesome. Also, I've totally placed this wrong. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but I did that. One thing I did say earlier is that you are going to be able to go to the moon in this map, so maybe the moon could be inspired by a real planet or something. But yeah, that is an awesome idea. I'd love to see someone make that. That sounds really cool. Crazy Critter suggested trading. Now, that would be pretty awesome if I had like a village somewhere and you could trade with people. That's like an afterthought. Maybe if I have more room later when building the map, I will add it. But as of right now, I don't really have any plans to. But yeah, I will certainly consider it if I have more memory. So I totally messed this up. Oh my gosh. Now, I don't like how this is like still kind of centered. So I'm just gonna take this and move it. Yeah, there we go. That works. So I think I'm gonna leave this episode at that. Now remember, I am going to be doing a lot of this off camera, you know? Like it's not gonna be me totally recording all the time. In fact, I'm probably gonna come back in the next episode and like this whole thing is probably gonna be decorated, you know? Like Like, I don't know. But that's gonna have to be it for this video. So if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. You could also use my supporter creator code in the item shop. That's the best way to support me, by the way. And yeah, I think that's about it. See ya.